Now here we have the top which I have made for my Bosch GAS35 M-Class Hoover. Now the top has an attachment which allows the sander to sit within. So what happens is when you're sanding, you have to wait for the sander to stop before you can let go of it. The idea of this, so you can be using the sander, now this way, whilst that's slowing down, you can have changed the piece of timber on the worktop which you're using, or move on to the next item that needs to be sanded, and by the time you've moved that, you're ready to pick the sander back up again without having to wait for it. Now I did this because after, for example, sanding drawer fronts, when you're working through, say from 120 go at 150, you want to do, say, a 120 on every drawer front, then a 150, and it allows you to quickly change the workpiece on the workbench whilst the sander's slowing down, and then you can pick the sander back up and continue. Now to do this, all I've done is, if we take this off, is I've made a plywood top with this bracket on the face. Now the plywood top simply locates on the Bosch L-box, just some simple cutouts, and I've put the L-box on top so that when you open it, it can contain all of your Hoover accessories. So when I break the machine down for site use, all the bits go inside there, and this simply locates back on the top. So a look a bit closer in detail at the hook. It simply allows the handle to locate over the top, and that brown walnut bar just keeps it in exactly the right point of level, so that we have a clear gap underneath the sander.